picked up the small human as they sat in the palm of my hand. What to write next? What the? Oh, shoot. Don't look at this. Babe, what are you doing out of bed this late? I thought you were asleep. I know that's hypocritical of me to say, but this is... I can't make up an excuse. It's something embarrassing. It's cringe, seriously. Hey, what are you doing? No, don't read it. Oh my god. No. Why are you doing this? This is so embarrassing. I'm gonna die. Well, are you happy that you read some of my embarrassing cringe story? Was it worth finding out that I'm a total weirdo? Huh? You like it? You think it's cute? Sorry for freaking out. It's just, I'm really shy about this stuff. It's not really surprising, is it? You know I've always been self-conscious about my height. I know I'm your little shorty. That's really sweet and all, but I wish I wasn't so short. Well, the secret's out now, so I might as well show you the rest of my Google Docs. As you can see, this isn't the first story I've written. I've always wished that I could become a giantess, but that's obviously impossible. So I vent that frustration by writing stories where I am one. You really think that's awesome? Wow, thanks. I'm glad you don't think it's cringe. Sure, I can tell you about this current story I'm writing. It takes place in a generic fantasy world. You know, fairies, dragons, elves, orcs, castles, knights, magic, and giants. I'm sort of like an adventurer giantess. I'm exploring the world and doing my own thing, and I've befriended some other characters along the way. The scene I was writing when you walked in involved a human that I met. They were super scared of me, but I let them know that I meant no harm before picking them up. Just cutesy, wholesome stuff. Writing giants is trickier than you think. The main appeal is seeing how giants interact with their small surroundings. But sometimes it's hard to wrap my head around. The problem with writing giants is, where do they live? And how do they live? Can you imagine if giants were actually real? That just wouldn't work. The world simply isn't meant for people that big. Everything is too small. Giants would hog so much land and resources. In a fantasy setting, you might be able to say that they live in a secluded part of the world far away from all other civilizations. And in this part of the world, everything could just scale up to their size to accommodate them. That's what I'm trying to do in this story. But even I have to admit, it'd be easier to say that they just live in another realm. Kind of like Jack and the Beanstalk. The giant lives in the clouds, and the clouds are like solid enough to stand on somehow. I guess it isn't really important to question realism in a fantasy. At that point, we'd be getting into square cube law territory. Another way to write giants is simply making other characters small, like borrowers. Normal humans are like giants to them. From the characters' perspectives, there's functionally no difference. In fact, it'd be better this way. The air quotes giants aren't actually taking up any more space or resources than a normal human, and the small characters barely need anything because everything is so much bigger than them. Aw, you wish I could hold you in the palm of my hand? That's adorable. I wish I could do that too. Yeah, I bet you wish there was more of me to love. But alas, I'll always be your little shorty. I know you love me all the same, and I love you too. Now, let's go back to bed. We should really be getting our sleep. I'll continue writing this in the morning. Can I be the big spoon? Yes, big, with the heaviest quotation marks. Thanks, babe. I wish you were small so I could cuddle you better. I know you don't mind, but I'm always thinking about it. Anyway, sweet dreams. Why is it so cold all of a sudden? What the? I'm outside? Why am I outside? Oh, geez, that's my house. Wait, what? Oh my god, that's my house. Why is it so small? Whoa, the whole town is small. Everything is small. Wait a minute. Nothing here is small. I'm just... Babe, it's you. And you're... Okay, what the hell is happening? I'm a giantess. This is impossible. This literally isn't real. This violates the square cube law. This has to be a dream. I must be dreaming right now. That's the only logical explanation for this. The last time I was conscious, I remember cuddling you while trying to fall asleep. So there's no doubt about it. This is clearly a dream. I think it's a lucid dream. It must be. I'm obviously aware that I'm dreaming, so I probably have total control over everything. This is great. This is amazing. I actually get to find out what it's like to be a giantess. Well, I'm gonna wake up eventually, so I shouldn't waste this opportunity. Come here, babe. Climb onto my hand. I want to hold you. Wow, this is so cool. I'm holding my tiny partner like a borrower. Who's the shorty now? You have a lot more of your girlfriend to love now. I am quite literally taking up more space. Therefore, there is more of me. I just can't get over that. Now what should I do with you? Want me to nuzzle you into my cheek? It'll be really soft. Of course you'd oblige to that. Get ready. And squish. You're so cute. You're adorable at this size. Isn't this awesome? You have a giant girlfriend. A GG. A good game. Anything else you want to try? Why do you want me to yeet you over the horizon? I know this is a dream, and thus my actions don't have consequences. But seriously, why? Good point. I guess I really can do anything. I could just warp you back into my hand. All right, you asked for it. Yeet. I wonder how far I should let them soar before teleporting them. This has to be like an extreme sport of some kind. Maybe if they had a parachute. All right, that's far enough. Hey, it worked. Back in hand, nice and safe. Although, in hindsight, I could have just given you the ability to fly. Wow, I'm basically an omnipotent goddess. Dreams are awesome. Nothing can stop me. I'm not bound by any form of realism. I guess I could rampage through town like a kaiju, but... Dream or not, that's just cruel. I wouldn't feel right doing that. I gotta have at least some sense of humanity. Good idea. I'll destroy our own house instead. See how that makes me feel. Wow, that felt empowering. Not gonna let it get to my head, though. I'll just magic the house back together. Not that it matters. If I want to do something in a lucid dream, I just think about it. That's what omnipotence is. The ability to bring about any state of affairs with a mere thought. In fact, I'm going to put you down now. I have an idea. Ta-da! Now you're a giant too. What do you say? Want to crush the military and rule the world with our incredible power? I'm kidding, obviously. This is just a silly dream. And even if it was somehow real, the military has nukes. Even giants wouldn't be able to survive those. I may be shorter than you again, but not for long. I can grow as big as I want. Bigger. 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 Whoa, the view is incredible from all the way up here. I can see for so many miles. If I were to estimate, I think I'm the size of Godzilla Earth right now. And speaking of Earth, I have another idea. Check this out. Look up into the sky, babe. Surprise! I'm bigger than the entire planet now. My face is probably taking up the entire atmosphere. I don't think you can see this, but I'm holding my hand below the earth right now. It could easily fit in my palm. How can I breathe in space? Babe, it's a dream. Nothing matters or makes any sense. I wonder, do I have my own gravitational pull? Doesn't seem like it. Wait, huh? What's happening? Babe, the Earth, it's becoming all staticky, like a glitchy blur. I can't move. Could this mean I'm waking up? No, I don't want to wake up. This is the coolest dream ever. Everything's fading. I can't stop it. No. Damn it. Sorry if I woke you up, babe. Unless you already were. You also just woke up. Huh. That's a neat coincidence. I had an amazing dream last night. I was a giantess and you were there. Wait, you know? You had the same dream. Hold on. Did we share the exact same dream? So, you already know everything that happened. Wow. That's honestly incredible. I had a lot of fun being a giantess. It was an amazing experience. And it felt so real. Did it feel real for you too? That's awesome. Hopefully we share more dreams like that. I guess it isn't so bad being short in real life. I can always use my imagination. That's what dreams and stories are for. Oh yeah, I should ask, what time is it? 5 a.m. That's an alright time to wake up. It's good enough. Let's start our completely normal-sized day. One trick I heard a while ago is if you feel yourself waking up for a dream is to spin in a circle. The results are dubious.